Alright, so last stream I had a few problems with audio, so there's probably a fair bit that you missed. Anyway, that's okay. I'm just going to pick it up from here. So right now we have several cases that we have evidence on, but we haven't really... Our main suspect that seems to link a lot of cases is one of them is this guy we don't have a name for yet, and also this guy who we also don't have a name for yet. Well, actually, I guess we haven't really connected with the other cases, only connected to the animal murder at the moment. Yeah, so we have two suspects that we know are definitely associated with crimes, and then we have two other suspects that are connected, and Zuban, who attacked us and we killed, we're retired. We did hear about Lucy. We heard that she had a reference.
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone, and he's a very reputable wholesaler.
If we could find that person and question him.
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone, and he's a very reputable wholesaler.
I don't think we have a way to get there yet. But that's who I'd like to talk to, just so we can connect Lucy to this crime. He's always an arms dealer that we ran into. I'm not sure if he's a replicant, I don't think he is, but he is connected to a couple of cases to do with arms dealing and the bombing. And he's connected to this suspect, who is connected to all of these other crimes. This guy was connected to Zuban. He's also... Yeah, actually I'm not sure what else we can get out of this. I think we saw a photo of him in a bar. The China bar, I think they said. Not seeing that evidence here though. Maybe I was looking at somebody else's photo in that.
The earring was shaped like an insect.
So isn't that him? That to me looks like it's his profile. So we got Izzo's friend. And this... I would say that looks very similar. We have Izzo. He was the guy who was the arms dealer.
There were off-world rifles here and more. Grenades, explosives, modern rifles, even some police-issue restricted weaponry. Izzo wasn't some small-time fence, but a big-time arms dealer.
He should be... Hopefully he's in the prison, in the basement. And hopefully we can question him there. I let him pass.
Laboratory.
It's been a while since I stopped in there. Yeah, I just wanted to see if the lab tech was back. This is Izo here, and this is a guy that was just in the prison before from I don't know what crime or reason. He was just here at the start.
You're Spencer Gregorian, right?
No.
Oh.
I really think my lawyer should be here.
I got some more questions for you. Tell me about your protest at Tyrell's plant.
I already told that other detective everything. Under duress.
I want to know about the people who were there. The Rastafarian and the Asian guy with the sunglasses.
I didn't know the Rastafarian. The Asian fellow was one of our ex-members. Izo was his name.
He's right next door.
How long did you know him for?
Let's see. I met him about 5 years ago. He seemed so smart and balanced. He really wanted to help the replicant people.
Then what?
He started associating with the more militant factions. I was astounded when I heard he was supplying weapons to some of them.
What kind of weapons?
Guns so new that even the police had hardly used them, I heard.
I'm gonna keep questioning this guy. He's got
I got some more questions for you. Lot of people involved in your cause, Spencer?
Yes, sir, we're growing fast. As more and more people realize that replicants have cognitive and emotional legitimacy, the Citizens Against Replicant Slavery will spearhead the movement towards...
Save the pitch for someone who gives a shit.
We're peaceful people, Detective. We live by a code that men like you could never understand.
Try me.
2 centuries ago, humans were held in slavery. Brave souls formed an underground railroad.
So, you help replicants escape the city.
I'm talking figuratively, Detective.
Sure you are.
We're not children, Detective. We have resources. The world is changing. People are waking up to the injustices perpetrated by a sick society that you have helped...
A lot of them will wake up dead if reps are allowed to run amok on Terra, jerk. I'm gonna give you a little test.
The other detective, she already tested me earlier today.
Uh-huh. Look, I gotta check out the equipment, and you're the only stiff around.
I object to this treatment. If you'll just call my lawyer, he'll take care...
Your lawyer would tell you I got the authority to VK the mayor if I want. And he'd have to smile and nod and kiss my butt until I cleared him. So sit down.
Alright. Never done this boy camp before, so this will be interesting. Not even sure how. We're looking for responses.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
3rd sector, uptown.
Nice neighborhood?
Very. Is this going to take long?
Just keep your pants on, Spencer. Like my briefcase? Department issue. Baby hide. 100% genuine human baby hide.
Appropriate. For a killer.
What's the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?
I'm not answering that.
You're crying. Why is that?
Crying? It's nothing to be ashamed of. I might cry for any number of reasons.
I'll bet. Your child comes home with a black eye.
I'd call the school.
A man dressed in rags approaches you on the street and asks for money.
I tried to help him, of course. Buy him dinner or take him to a shelter.
You've been kidnapped. Your captors tell you that you'd better think about what you did to deserve this.
I try to reason with them.
You rent a mountain cabin. On the walls, someone has hung old maps and Currier and Ives prints. A deer's head is mounted above the fireplace. A full stag with developed horns.
I'd leave.
You see a documentary about 20th century tuna boats. At the end, you feel like taking up fishing.
Ridiculous.
You're at a restaurant with friends. One of them orders lobster. The chef drops the lobster into the tub of boiling water, while you watch.
Are you trying to make me sick?
For your anniversary, your spouse gives you a real goldfish.
I donated to a family that couldn't afford an animal.
Test terminated.
Well, I don't know what the result of that really was. It seemed like like maybe he's human. I should probably look up how the Void Camp works. It doesn't tell us. I'm sure it's in the manual. We'll have to look at that later. Alright, now we can question Izo, who we're here to ask.
You look right at home in there, Izo.
I've been in much tighter spots than this, McCoy.
I'll bet. But this is only the
He's
beginning.
still got his sword on his back.
You ready to supply me some answers?
I wish I had something to say.
I know your hands are dirty, Izo.
Everybody in this world is trying to better himself, no matter what the terms are. If that counts as dirty, so be it.
The terms of your conviction won't be too clean.
I'll be through with this place long before you, McCoy.
Yeah, I'm sure you've been saving up for a rainy day, selling all those illegal weapons.
One never knows when fate will conspire. You must be prepared.
You're a real trooper, Izo. You look right at home in there, Izo. You look right at home in there, Izo.
Oops.
See? Anosoptera, dragonfly late of the American South Swampland. Item like that, very special significance, very rare, senor. Estate item, and most likely part of large collection. Person must have plenteous money to obtain a collection. You try Hawker's Circle, might want to try for this.
This is Crystal Steel, badge number BR61354. Still working the explosion at the Tyrell manufacturing plant. It'll take a day or so to analyze the debris, but there's no doubt in my mind that we're dealing with a bomber here. Right now, it looks like the protesters had nothing to do with it. They were in too close proximity to have been in on the deal. No MOs or identities are rolling up just yet, and I'm still going through the inset files to see if any replicant munitions experts are unaccounted for. Describe them for me again.
There was that Rastafarian fellow, and one of our ex-members showed up.
Who's that?
A Japanese man named Izo.
Why'd you get rid of him?
We're a pacifist organization, and we have rules. One of them is no weapons allowed. Izo refused to check in a samurai sword at the door during meetings.
Where can I find this Izo?
He owns one of those little secondhand stores downtown.
Ground floor.
Hey, pal.
I don't think we can question the other cop. Is our apartment, right? if Izo will come back to his arms cage. So maybe I can catch him down there. If he gets out of it anyway. Keeps on saying that he's going to come out. He's going to be out anytime. Alright.
Thanks for your time.
Alright. Frustrating not having any, like, really strong leads to go on either. They're trying to talk to this dragonfly lady. She was trying to find something for us, but I can't. I think it was something to do with where the necklace came from. I mean, where the earring came from.
You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
I really wish I could progress this. I don't know what I'm missing there. The dragonfly earring.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me, like the cheap crap sold at the stand. The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me, like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row.
And I've asked everybody around these shops, like, about this earring. I mean, well, I've tried to up it.
Excuse me, pal.
I don't keep getting answers.
Thanks for your time. Excuse me.
Alright. I'll ask the fish vendor again. He's not there.
Anything unusual happening down here?
Business slow today. But tonight my people bring over baby barracudas. Very cute. You should buy.
Oh, I've heard this already.
I'll pass.
Alright. Where to next? I feel like I've explored everywhere I needed to in DNA, so... Not many locations really. Like we got like in terms of crime scenes, we got one crime scene here, one crime scene here, and we had one here which is only half solved. Obviously the crime scene with the arms dealer in there. And Chinatown didn't really have crime scenes, but we explored it pretty extensively. I'll take a look at DNA Row again. Might be able to get some more information out of the man in that ice room. Wonder if there's anything changed up here as well. Okay. Doesn't look like anything's changed. This is a bombing scene. Yeah. There was a guy here that we potentially could have saved, but I couldn't figure out how to save him. Seemed like the only option was to run away and let him get exploded. I did try a few different methods, but nothing seems to work. It's possible there is a solution there, and maybe I could have gotten more information out of him. This is the eye works.
What you want? I'm
It's
busy.
featured in movies.
Sorry to bother you.
Okay, nothing else here. I can kind of scratch this whole area off my list then. Same as I've scratched Chinatown off my list at the moment. There's not even anybody to question in Chinatown the last few times I've been there. There's not been anybody at Runciter's either, at the animal shop. Tyrell has only got the security guard there to talk to, and he's had nothing new to say to us for a long time. I will sync my data and see if everything comes out of it, but that doesn't seem to be very fruitful a lot of the time.
Mainframe and shooting range.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
There's no new clues then. I don't know why this would be considered a clue. Just an item I picked up.
Of course I hear you. You think I'm deaf?
I recognized the logo on the envelope. It was definitely Runciter's Animal Sales, but I didn't expect to find hundreds of chinion inside. I didn't know what it was for, but I'd bet the farm it wasn't on Runciter's books.
So why can't I talk to Runciter's, like the shop owner there? That shop's closed, and I haven't been able to get in every time I've returned. I actually don't know what this number here means. Oh, that's how much money I have. Okay.
Bombing? I've never bombed in my life. Why aren't you out arresting criminals like...
How long has that chef worked for you?
Zubin? Just month. Superior chef makes all kinds of new sushi.
Zubin was the first and only replicant that I actually found and retired.
See? Anosoptera. Dragonfly lay.
I didn't find any evidence in this photo. Maybe I should take another look.
Hawker's Circle.
Maybe I can find a dragonfly on the shelf or something. Thought this guy looked a little suspicious, but there's nothing really here. Yeah, I guess this photo just doesn't have anything useful in it. I mean, we were there when it was taken. At first I thought there might be something in the background to tip us off on somebody who was spying on us or something like that, but it doesn't seem very useful.
China bar.
That guy sure gets around.
Just trying to find any evidence that I could use at all. Nothing seems to be like coming out of any of the interviews I've conducted. I sort of hit a dead end on all of the cases at the moment.
Run sitter crime scene.
I've already explored these crime scene photos, which were pulled from a video. I don't know if we've missed anything though, so it's worth having a closer look. Alright.
A sushi menu from Howie Lee's. Give me a hard copy of that.
That might have been useful before, but Howie has gone missing. This is Lucy. It might be our first and only look at her. There we go.
Hello there, Lucy. Give me a hard copy of that.
I don't know if there's any more evidence to pull, but I might take a look at that book as well. Or whatever he's reading, the tablet. Up here. We're not getting anything new from him. What's in this display case? Snake. Okay. When we questioned him, he said that all of his animals were like real, authentic, and we found later on after analysis that only 50% of his animals were authentic, and the rest were replicants or electric or whatever you call it. So I got a new photo though, so that's useful. I got Lucy. I'm gonna check this other crime scene photo. Maybe I didn't scour this one enough either. Maybe we'll pull up some new evidence. I'd like to think we could get some information from this, but it looks like it's that's a lost cause. Maybe we can connect this car to the crime as well, and maybe that'll unlock something for us.
Local license plate. Give me a hard copy of that.
Alright, and we actually found that a license plate in the dumpster when we chased Zubin. He must have dumped it, is what we're assuming. So maybe this will actually connect a little bit more information for us. Maybe I can finally get that something useful out of the police database now that I've got that photo.
Tyrell grab
I've pulled
test
so much
lab.
information out of those photos, I feel like I should be able to pull more out of this. So far all I've gotten is this guy's face, the plastic explosive. I got nothing back on the weapon. I noticed there was these two dogs over here, and I've just noticed there's a dog here. And we have a dog collar with Ricky on it. And I think we just found the dog who owns it.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe? Give me a hard copy of that.
Alright, so this has been useful, for sure. What's in here? Maybe nothing useful. Well, it's panning around, so maybe there is something useful there.
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens. Give me a hard copy of that.
This is good. I should have spent some more time with Jesper last stream. Although I'm kind of glad I didn't, because a lot of that stream's pretty useless. I didn't have the audio working properly, and I didn't realize. So, what's this down here? Literally nothing, I think. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, there's our crime scene photos that we've examined pretty thoroughly. Let's see if we pull
Uploading
anything out of this
personal
database
clue
now.
database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
All clues. Okay, we've got the dog collar.
The dog collar has a name on it.
Dog collar.
Ricky, maybe? The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe? Kingston Kitchens. Where have I heard that before?
I don't know. Where have we heard Kingston Kitchens before? We've got Lucy. We've got the partial license plate, and then we have the full license plate. Yeah. Is that a match? Like it ends with L4E. That looks like L4 as well. But I think that's a match. We found that number plate.
Howie Lee's. Bryant once got food poisoning there, so he shut it down for a couple of months. Now it was always good for a freebie.
Alright, I think we can go back to Chinatown just to see if Howie's back, and maybe he can give us some information on where maybe we can find Lucy. And maybe we've opened some other stuff up on the map now too. Actually, I'm expecting the lab tech not to be there, but I want to just check in and see if he's there. Yeah, because we got the license plate. I thought maybe that might open up some information. So first stop, Chinatown, see if Howie's there, and if we can interview him. Then, well, we haven't opened up any new locations, so I think the next step will be to go back to Animoid Row and check in with the Dragonfly lady and see if she's got our information that we were after. Doesn't look like Howie's there.
Does this badge mean anything to you? Does this badge mean anything to you?
Where has Howie gone? Where has this owner gone? Yeah, I'm just looking for stuff to click on. I feel like I must have really dropped the ball on this because I'm not. Yeah, I don't know if the case gets away from you in this game. Like maybe some of the crimes become unsolvable if you just take too long or don't ask the right people at the right time. I'm not sure how that really progresses. Who knows, maybe there'll be something new to find in this hallway. That's the problem with going into games like this blind, is you just don't know what to expect. Sometimes it's really straightforward, and other times you just have to guess and wonder and think, which I like. I don't mind being stumped as long as I can find the right solution or get past it. So hopefully this game isn't going to like block us out from progressing because it took too long or something like that. I guess I can just restart and try again. Yeah, nothing here. I imagine that the dragonfly lady has this training for it now. If we've questioned everybody that we're supposed to question before she comes.
You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me. If you come...
This is frustrating.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
One of Tyrell's employees got his fat face splattered all over the marble interior of the Tyrell building. Tyrell's surveillance system recorded the whole shebang. Tyrell security will have the disc for you when you get there. You'll be...
Most of the employees I see coming in morning and night, but old Market...
Kingston Kitchens. Where have I heard that before?
Wherever. There's somewhere we can find Kingston Kitchens. That's the check out the names of all the shops in here. This is Kingston.
This guy work for you?
No, but I wish he do. He be one fine-looking man.
You sure? Never seen him before.
I'd remembered him for sure.
That question was about this guy.
You send a lot of deliveries over to Marcus Eisendaler at the Tyrell building?
Eisendaler. Oh, Eisendaler, yeah. Let me tell you, that man can't eat.
Send anything over lately?
No, sir. No deliveries to him no more. Not since last month. He be way behind on his bill.
Not for a month, eh?
At least. No more till him pay up.
You may have a little trouble collecting. He's dead.
What's going to say about that?
Thanks for your time.
Nope. have to find just the right piece of evidence.
You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking
So if you're
for
waiting
me.
for somebody to
If
give
you
you
come
something,
back
like this
later,
case,
maybe I
every
know
time you get a
something
new
more.
answer, or anytime you pick up a new piece of evidence, you have to go and do the rounds and check with people and see what they know. I mean, you try and do the obvious stuff. I wonder if anybody at Tyrell building has records of Kingston orders or something like that.
Kingston Kitchens. Where have I heard that before?
This guy was pretending to be the delivery man for them. Although she said she'd never seen him. She also said she wasn't delivering to them. You know, he attempted to access the files. I wonder if having this dog collar,
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky,
I
maybe?
wonder if that will help us access files.
Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network.
Using the dog's name. That's your password.
Messy up there, isn't it?
Maybe I can ask about Kingston.
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
That's one thing about the way the dialogue works in this game is you don't know if you've exhausted it. There's no like.
Nothing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that didn't help. I don't think there's anything new in the crime scene. Just leave the body here for as long as it takes to solve the crime, I guess. Feels like we should be able to question more people here. Like the Tyrell Corporation has to have more than 2 employees, right? For some reason I want to right click to pull up the crew interface.
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something.
That was from the animal murder crime scene.
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant is from a ground car. The angle of impact was almost head on, and there ain't too many spinner drivers klutzy enough to smack a street-level hydrant in VTOL mode.
Yeah, so I don't know if we can find... Like, I was expecting the lab tech to give us a link to where we could find that car, especially after we found the license plate for it. Maybe that stuff just would have all led us back to Zubin, and we've already retired him. maybe we could have made an arrest if we followed all the... Yeah, if we followed all the clues, maybe we could have done that. I don't know what else we could expect to get out of the Esper system at this point either. There's no other rooms north to, are there?
Mấy giờ tôi phải tới đó?
Might see if I can talk to... What I'm going to do now is go and see if I can talk to the police chief or whatever the guy is down there. Acting police chief, perhaps. I'll see if I can get him to say anything about the crimes. Give us any hints. There's nobody who can yell PayPal at this time. Oh, there he is.
We get a new weapons shipment?
He's not even here. And I just picked up something that is making us think it's a weapons shipment for some reason. Let's see. Weapons order form. Okay. I can go ask the weapons dealer in Animoid Row.
What do you know?
Zero that would interest you, Detective.
What do you know?
Zero that would interest you, Detective.
Okay.
Hey.
You killed anyone yet?
Just one.
Hey.
You killed anyone yet?
Alright. Graphics are very moody.
Mainframe and shooting range.
Oh. I don't think we're gonna find it here. Oh, wait. There's a guy in the shooting range area who maybe I could question about the arms order, the weapons order form. Probably worth following that up. The only new piece of evidence, or like, not that that's evidence, it's the only new thing.
Mainframe and shooting range.
Why does it go green but then not green?
We get a new weapons shipment?
Yeah, Guzza requisitioned a couple of cases for the assault teams.
Let me guess. He's planning on taking out a small city.
Lieutenant's a big believer in overkill.
I've gotten all I can from that. That weapons shipment just came in. You got the paperwork handy?
Why? You got a pressing need to rummage through my private files?
Yeah, I forgot you were keeping your lacy underthings in there. Look, Jack, I just want to see what they're charging for a crate of rifles these days.
Too damn much if you ask me, especially at the rate the assault teams are losing them. I guess there ain't no harm in it.
You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
The way he spits out the word pal, just like, I don't know, it makes me...
You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
Like he's not your pal, but he's calling you pal. So we've got a shipping form and the weapons order form. I don't know what this is useful for. I mean, we've been dealing with some arms dealing cases. Maybe the police are connected to the arms dealing case. Let's go into the database and check there.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading
I think once or twice
mainframe
we've
clue
gotten clues out of
database.
doing this, so that means I have
Clue
to religiously
database
do it between
transfer
every new
complete.
clue I get. Yeah. Animoid Row it is. We'll go to the weapons store and maybe question that guy about these forms. Not even a crime. I just don't know what to do. Bullet Bob's Runner surplus. Bullet Runner Bob's surplus. Not sure. Right.
I hear you've been waving guns around on Animoid Row.
Who's been telling you that
Oh, yeah, we
crap?
did
That
get
lying
that.
Egyptian snake oil salesman?
Yeah, he did.
Hassan?
post that. I forgot
That's
about
the
that.
one. I should have popped him when I had the chance. You want to know what really happened? I wanted to get my daughter a present for her birthday, right? I bought an iguana from that crook Hassan. And the damn thing ran out of juice just 2 days after I plucked down a shitload of Chinyan. Son of a bitch wouldn't give me a refund. So I threatened to burn down his shop.
Sometimes you just gotta be philosophical about these things.
That's exactly what my wife says. I heard of you.
Is that right?
You ain't done much.
I just got assigned.
Guys like you get hurt real easy.
Meaning what,
Is that a
exactly?
threat?
It ain't like you're a real Blade Runner. Not like
Okay.
Steel or Gaff.
They get hurt sometimes too. It's a dangerous business. How'd you feel about taking a little test?
You mean the Voight Kampf?
Yeah.
You come into my shop and you want to VK me?
Relax, I just...
It's funny. You thinking I'm a rep. Set up the test. We'll see what's what around here.
Alright. He's so confident. I kind of hope that he is a replicant now. Alright. What's this button do?
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
Downtown, 4th sector. Hey, this is great. Should I be sitting any special way?
Just relax.
Calibrated it. Let's start with an easy one.
Are you taking any drugs?
Hey, I get tested every week.
A man dressed in rags approaches you on the street and asks for money.
I tell him to get a job. Ain't he heard there's a labor shortage around here?
Alright, let's go intense.
You see an oversized book with pictures of exotic animals on the cover. The title is Big Game Hunting in Zaire.
I'd burn the book.
Let me finish. Curious, you flip it open. There's a picture of a man standing with his foot on a dead Cape buffalo. You find yourself fascinated. You keep paging through it, seeing picture after picture of animals laid to waste, each more gruesome than the last.
So this is how this test goes, huh? You asking me sick questions.
It's designed to provoke you.
Is that right?
Hey, he's
Your child comes home with a black eye.
Badge of honor. He's a good kid. Everyone's got to get bloodied sometimes.
Let's go high intensity again.
You're in a desert, walking along in the sand. when all of a sudden you look down and see a tortoise. It's crawling towards you. You reach down and flip the tortoise on its back.
Is that right?
The tortoise lays on its back, its belly baking in the hot sun, beating its legs, trying to turn itself over. But it can't. Not without your help. But you're not helping. Why is that?
Put your toys away, McCoy. I've had enough.
Test terminated.
So that's it?
Yeah?
Since you didn't shoot me, I must have registered okay.
Yeah, it was touch and go there for a while.
Well, you know, I think about skin jobs all the time. Try to get into their heads. Maybe that's what the deal is.
I don't know. Seems suspicious to me. I wonder if this is the empathy machine from the book. Got two handles on it and a little screen. Could be. Just another little Easter egg.
Xin hỏi cái chỗ cảnh sát ở đâu ạ? Xin hỏi cái chỗ cảnh sát ở đâu ạ? Cái đồ ăn ở đó rất là ngon. Mấy giờ tôi phải tới đó?
Well, we can go back to
Con
Hassan.
đang nhìn
I think it was Hassan. Okay. Yeah, Hassan. We can go back to him. Now that we've had his testimony, maybe he'll have more information for us. But who is the other direction? This way.
Thanks for your time.
No more. Okay. Well, while we're here, might as well ask. Now, standard question.
You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor.
Nothing new.
My friend, if you come back late,
Yeah, mountains of clues. I just don't know what to do with them all. Alright, let's look at it by the crime scene. Crime scene. I really feel like that dog collar should have given us something else, something more useful. It seems important. Let me have in the arms deal, this is the only evidence that's associated with this particular crime. We have a weapons cache. I tried looking at that, you know, second time, third time, there's nothing new there. And there's no other information connected. We already have the suspect in custody at the police station as well. The Miraji murder I don't know much about, to be honest. Like, now clues by just look at stuff we have for that. We have an audio recording.
It was something you didn't see too often. A precise, shaped explosion fashioned for minimum collateral damage. The son of a bitch was a pro. Someone with real munitions expertise. And that expertise could only come with extensive, on-the-job, off-world training.
We went in there. I mean, it basically says this guy's a replicant, right? Extensive off-world training. It says he's a replicant. If we find him, we shoot him. But we haven't found any other, like, anything else associated with it. We were there when it happened. We ran away. We found that letter upstairs with money in it. From the envelope with money in it from Run Sitters, which is the animal. So that doesn't have any. Like, apparently that letter doesn't have any connection to this crime. Unless I can well, it's not connected to that phone. It's just
I recognized the logo on the envelope. It was definitely Runsitter's animal sales, but I didn't expect to find hundreds of chinion inside. I didn't know what it was for, but I'd bet the farm it wasn't on Runsitter's books.
Going back to
There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for about a month. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing. I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course not. It was two men acting in concert with her, obviously.
Sorry. Okay, so I thought we had some testimony from Runsiter that said she had a reference from maybe from the guy who's in custody in the police station at the moment. The other guy, not Etho, the other guy. Who isn't a suspect in any crimes that we've got. Reference letter.
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone, and he's a very reputable wholesaler. She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone, and he's a very reputable wholesaler.
Northwest Zone. I mean, I wish we could go there. Is this Northwest Zone?
What you want? I'm busy.
I want to find evidence. Do you have cameras recording across the street at all?
Sorry to bother you.
Nope. That guy, like, ate with them, you know, he used to eat dinner every night with the man who got murdered across the road, and he has nothing else to say to help us out. Oh, that's frustrating. There's no cameras on the wall or anything out there that I've missed before. This is Dermo Design, which is the skin shop. And when we were in there before it got exploded, you could see, you know, evidence that that's what they were working on. This reference letter.
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone.
Ogilvy's? What's this?
The VidPhone was one of those old Zenith jobs, the last electronic tech that was still produced on this continent, in Mexico to be exact. No wonder the sucker was on the blink.
Right.
I've gotten all I can from that.
No, that doesn't feel like I've
gotten all I can from that.
You gotta be kidding me. Is that evidence? Up here. A clue. In it. No. Just a bit of color commentary on the decor.
Laboratory. Mainframe and shooting range.
During his last election campaign, Governor Kolvig promised a bold new plan of action to clean up the worst regions of the highly toxic debris that surrounds our city, the so-called Kipple. Just how much progress has been made since then? We spoke to the governor just before his weekly meeting with the city council.
Our studies have shown that the Kipple's effect upon Los Angeles is minor. The radiation and toxic waste is contained in relatively small pockets, all miles distant from the city center. Nevertheless, cleaning things up out there is a worthwhile goal, especially with the thousands of specials living on the city fringes. For now, all I can say is that we're looking at several options, and I'm sure everyone will be pleasantly surprised by our final proposal.
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
Yeah. So there's a lot more borrowed from the books.
Old copies of case files, notices, and memos. The usual station junk. Old copies of case files, notices, and memos. The usual station junk.
Usual station junk. I almost feel like because we got so much new evidence out of looking at those photos a bit closer, maybe we could find some more. In this photo? It's not a crime scene
China
photo,
bar.
It'd be nice to know why Izo had a photo of this place with this character in here, though. Camera, maybe? Definitely.
Interesting. Give me a hard copy of that.
Where is this place, and how do I get here to ask for the video file? Because I really want to get here and ask that. My cat's meowing at the door. Gonna come in? No? Coming in or not? Come on. No? Okay. Want to meow at me? Well, hopefully that opens up the map for us. Gee, I think I need to spend more time sitting in front of the Esper and just look through all the photos a bit more closely. So we missed, like, that was kind of obvious. I probably should have noticed that sooner with the red light blinking, you know, in the camera there.
Tyrell Grav Test Lab.
Let's see if I missed anything obvious in this one. I mean, we have really strong evidence of, like, this is definitely the suspect we need to find. I didn't look at this guy's face because I didn't think about it as, like, well, we already know who the victim is, but maybe there's something we can get from this. Oh. Yeah, there's a lot of trash in that room. Nothing else is really standing out as potential evidence. Just trash. I really thought that, like, looking at the gun would link me to the arms dealing, but it did not. Yes. Just more trash in the background, I think. Yeah. Okay. hopefully that does open up something for us to use in the spinner car later on. I'll put that in the
Uploading
database.
personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database.
Check that.
Clue database transfer complete.
China Bar security camera. Get a photo of it. That's it. That's all we got. So I think it's pretty obvious when we get a photo, we really need to be thorough looking at what's in that photo. Like zooming in on every little detail that grabs our interest. Not just thinking like it's probably nothing. Not a very good investigator so far, am I?
Laboratory. Roof.
Let's check if we've got that location added. If we don't, I think I'll go back to the apartment and rest. That, I think, might have progressed us at least once before. Certainly when Zubin attacked us, that was... yeah, okay, nothing new. Is the China Bar in Chinatown? And can I access it? I'm gonna go rest, and then I'll go there and find out. And one time I saw a neon sign that said PC Arena, and I've been keeping an eye every time I go through that cutscene to see if I see it again, because I feel like it was probably one of those online services from the 90s that, you know, the online gaming services. PC Arena, it just sounds like one of those. Maybe it was a really popular one, I don't know. I didn't really use any of them, but... yeah,
Your
I
floor
thought it might
number,
be some
please.
in-game advertising for it.
Apartments.
Manual or box might have some information on it.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
I haven't seen Maggie in a while.
Maggie,
Just
come here,
food.
girl. Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
There's no promotional material in the box that I found. Oh, hang on, what's this? No, just a Westwood flyer in the box. Not that you can see that very well down there, but it's got, you know, games like Red Alert, Man & Conquer, and Blade Runner, along with all the other expansions and stuff. One last piece of paper I can't seem to pick up. Just a product license. Virgin Interactive registration card. Yeah, I don't see anything in here that has PC Arena written on it, but it just seemed like one of those things. You know, from that era when this came out. The music out here is quite nice. Just that growing sort of like sort of like a very peaceful sort of sound. While I'm looking at the manual, I'm just trying to look up the webcam, which I think was on page... when the test begins, press the red button to calibrate the machine, which I did both times I used it. It's possible to manually adjust the machine by moving the small calibration slider above the reaction gauge. But this is a violation of department procedure and is not recommended. If you're confident that the machine is calibrated correctly, press any of the 3 buttons on the right to begin the test. Maybe I should ask more calibration questions when I start. So instead of calibrating once, maybe I should calibrate it like 3 times and then start asking questions. Using the VK test to detect replicants is not an easy task. You must ask a good combination of low, medium, and high intensity questions. In order for the test to be effective. Select each type of question by clicking on the right button, basically. Too many high intensity questions may annoy the subject, while too many low intensity questions will not produce accurate results. If the machine determines that the subject is definitely a replicant or definitely a human, the test will end automatically and information will be added to your AIA. Alright.
The chance to begin again in a golden land of opportunity and adventure.
Oh, the game is quite louder, Lemmy. Thanks for letting me know, Snake Eater guy. Let me just bump it back a little. Sorry, I was reading the manual and didn't realize that you'd said that. Is that better? Alright, I just came back here to sleep anyway, so I'll jump in, get the rest done, and...
Portrait of the sleep deprived.
Too low, just a little more, okay. How about that? I'll let that go for a bit. I might just bump it up a tiny bit. There you go. Gotta remember to feed the dog.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
Alright. Glad you can't take the dog with you on the missions. That might help. She might help me sniff out some replicants.
Apartments.
I've been struggling to find new evidence as well, so I'm hoping that resting will give me something new on the map, or maybe some new clues to talk to people. Yeah, I still don't know how they did it. I'd like to look up some information on the graphics of this game, because when your character's walking around, like, unlike a lot of other adventure games, it's just, they're so well integrated into the environment. It looks like, especially it's 1997, this is like, I think it's 1 year after Quake 1 came out, and it's got this pretty advanced looking lighting, you know, working on the characters in the scenes. I'm not sure how they did it. It's really impressive. I like this game. You know, my first time playing through it, so I'm still noticing little details. But as far as like if you look at the apartments, like I'll go back in and you look at the set design in the apartments and you compare that to screenshots from the movie, they've just they've done such a good job replicating the look and the feel of things.
Your floor number, please.
Forgot how long it takes to get back to the apartment, but I'm already halfway there.
Thank you.
But if you look at like around the walls and stuff like up here, like these are lifted straight from the sets in the movie. And like just the feel of it, like the look, like this looks like it could have been just pulled right out of the movie. Oh, the game has many endings? I wouldn't be surprised.
Floor number, please.
I'm a little bit worried that like maybe I've screwed up too much for some of the cases to get solved. I'm not sure if that's something that can happen. Hopefully I get a decent ending. I don't have to get the best ending, but I do want to get through the game and catch as many replicants as I can. I think if I remember the news report correctly, I think it had six replicants that might have been in the crashed ship. So what's next? Okay, so what have I found out? I think I need to go to Chinatown. I think there might, like, the China bar is the next obvious clue that I've found, and I haven't been able to find the China bar, but is that it in the background? Alright, let's just take a look at the evidence while I'm here. I found this photo. In this photo, I found the security camera, and in the suspects list, I have this guy. And there's someone who looks a lot like him in the China bar photo, but I haven't got his face, and it's not, obviously it's not connecting it to him, but he's not showing up as a suspect anywhere else. This is the only replicant I've caught as well, the Zubin. I remember reading an article, or something about this game where anybody could be a replicant, of the cast of characters. They kind of randomize who is a replicant. So I don't even think if I was to look up a walkthrough, if I could just go and catch them all or something. Alright. So anyway, this was the evidence I was trying to work on. Trying to find some way to solve, to get some evidence, more clues out of this. I don't know, I'm a bit stuck. Because I thought that I'd be able to find something in this area. This takes us back around, basically we can go down the alley and come out here, or we can go through here and come back out the alley, but there's no other stores that I've been able to get into in this area. And that's just a dead-end hallway as well. I previously pulled the license plate out of here. I'm just trying to go through everything that I've collected so far, because I'm at a dead end. Let's see, the animal crime scene, animal murder crime scene. I've collected so much evidence for it. This license plate is the same license plate as in the photo. Where is it? Partial license plate. License number. And that's a black sedan, which we had evidence from the lab. We got a lab report.
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant, it's from a ground car. The angle of impact was almost head on, and there ain't too many spinner drivers klutzy enough to smack a street level hydrant in VTOL mode.
Yeah. I just don't know if that was supposed to connect me to Zubin, but I got to him before that evidence, before I found the evidence. Yeah, it's tricky. Tricky to know if I should be paying more attention to some of the clues and less attention to others, but I can't obviously focus on everything. I've never seen Howie again since Zubin just attacked me. I haven't been able to ask him any follow-up questions. And there's no other places to go in Chinatown. So I don't know where the China bar is, or how to get there. There's no new locations on the map. And the only other restaurants I know of are in here, in Animoid Row. This guy did... The guy that I questioned over here, he did say he used to eat food with the guy who got murdered regularly. So maybe there's a chance he ate food from the China bar. I'm really stretching here, but I hope I get something out of this. He's been snubbing me every time I've tried to talk to him since the... Yeah.
What you want? I'm busy.
I think he's going to tell me to go away.
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah. Right. And it's so tempting to start looking up a walkthrough or something, but I've gotten through a couple of games so far without looking at walkthroughs. I think I can do this one. It's just going to take me a little time. I haven't found any new evidence in here. There's no new evidence in there. I've looked repeatedly at this point. It's not... I don't really want to waste time looking for stuff that isn't there. I have 2 prisoners in the police headquarters, and I haven't questioned them a lot, but I think I've exhausted them in terms of like what they can give me. I also found, like, police had ordered some new weapons, and I don't know...
You keeping busy, pal?
...why that's relevant
Please
to anything.
leave me alone. My migraine's acting up.
Migraine's acting up?
You keeping busy, pal?
Please leave me alone.
Okay.
My migraine's acting up.
Still makes me laugh every time
You look
he
right
says
at home
pal.
in there, Ezo.
It's hilarious. It's just obviously...
You look right at home in there, Ezo.
Obviously not pals with anybody, but he uses the word a lot.
Mainframe ground floor.
How are things going, Snake Eater guy? You got, is it evening where you are? It's evening where I am. Nothing new in here either. Everyone's just disappeared on me. There's nobody to question anymore. Oh, not bad. Got plenty more of the day ahead of you. I'm about ready to head off, actually. I don't like how much progress I haven't made today, though. The last 2 hours, I haven't really found much. Or, actually, hour and a half or so. I ended up sitting in front of the Esper and actually, like, clicking on everything and realized what I'd missed. And I thought that was going to lead me somewhere, but it's given me more clues, but it hasn't actually led me anywhere. There's been no point in going to this place in a long time. That's the crime scene, and it's closed. Yeah, I absolutely will keep playing the game next stream. I'm gonna stick with it until it's done. So if I get a bad ending, I might not. Depending if I think that there's a way around it, I might reload and try and get a good ending. But I'm pretty happy to just get to the end of it and then move on to another game. But like you saw my evidence, I've basically caught 1 replicant so far. If I can get them all, that'd be great. I think that would be the best win. Yeah, I don't know. I love the way the game looks, though. I gotta say, like, it's just a really well put together game. Yeah, it's like 9:10 for me at the moment in the evening.
Messy up there, isn't it?
Why did I come here? I wasn't planning on coming here, actually.
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Alright. The last thing I wanted to do is just ask. I've been waiting for evidence to come in from the Dragonfly store at the back here, like at the back of the scene there. And so far, she's been just saying like, "Come back later, and I've gone and found new clues and new evidence. Rested at the apartment, so maybe she'll have something new to say."
You hear anything yet about that Dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor.
No, okay.
My friend, he's asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
I'm gonna have to think on this. I don't know what I'm gonna do because, like I said, I've gone through all this evidence quite a few times now. Yeah. I think maybe I need to push harder on this weapons cache thing, but there's no evidence, there's no additional evidence there. And that's not far from here. I guess I'll go back and take another look at the scene and see if there's a camera up in one of the corners that I missed. Because if there's a camera, then I might be able to get the video disc and then lift some data out of it. This is not a camera. It's funny that the cops are just leaving all this evidence lying around, like there's weapons just lying here. Yeah, there is nothing else in here, is there?
Nothing else there.
I thought. There's one photo that I didn't get anything. There was nothing that I got from Esper. And it's a photo that he took of me, so I kind of wasn't expecting it to give me anything, but maybe I should sit down next stream, start of the next stream. I'll sit down in the apartment and look at the Esper and see if I can find some stuff. Because that's the only thing that I haven't really dug that deep on yet. Oh wait, this is the China bar here. I'm just blind and I never read that name. I'm going to stick it out for another half an hour or so, because I'm sure I'll get some more evidence now that I know what I'm looking for. I didn't realize that this was the scene.
You got any discs from that camera?
I just serve drinks, pal. But if you're gonna sit there until I cough it up, well, here it is.
There we go. Alright, time to go visit the Esper. I'll ask him one more question.
Nice bracelet, tough guy. Who's Maggie, your mommy?
She's a dog.
So is my wife, but I sure as hell don't brag about it.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
Such a personable fellow, this bartender. Alright. I'm so glad that I noticed that. I should have noticed it sooner, probably. But it just didn't click. I wasn't looking for it there. I just thought it was in Chinatown. We'll head back to the apartment. We'll sit at the Esper and we'll look at that photo, or whatever photos we can lift from that disc.
Your floor number, please.
Apartments.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you. Scanning video disk. One enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
So this is it.
China bar.
That's just a light fitting. Yeah. Just checking in case it was another camera. I wouldn't want to miss that again. See who this guy is. Okay. That's Izo. This must have been when he took the photo
He
that
looks
we were
familiar.
looking at
Give me
before.
a hard copy of that.
He's already in prison. And I don't think he's a replicant. Wow.
Guza? Give me a hard copy of that.
Interesting. Who's he talking to? Just another cop? Yeah. Going on over here. Nothing interesting. At least once in this game, I want it to be able to zoom in on the reflection on a screen or something like that and see somebody's face, just like in the movie. Like if I could zoom in on the side of this napkin holder, the serviette holder, and then it would show me a face in it. That's what I want. Well, this hasn't helped at all, really. I'm disappointed to say. I don't think I got much out of it, because he's already in prison. He's taking this photo. And I've got this photo. I'm assuming this is just a background character, but I should probably zoom in on all the people I think are just background characters, just in case. I should also zoom in on the trash, because there was some evidence on in the trash in one of the crime scenes. Nothing's really standing out as like, oh, I should definitely look closer at that. It's all just scrunched up paper and used chopsticks and... I don't know, is that a reflection on a drink container? Wish it was. The photo we have of, like, that photo is not useful. Like, we already looked at that photo, and that's the only... Okay, well, we've got this guy. I think that's going to be the big piece of evidence that we get out of this photo. I love how it just zooms around. Like, oh yeah, this is what he's looked like. This is what this guy looks like. User. Alright. I wonder if I can question him. Or if he's run off. Alright. Well, I'm gonna knock off. My normal time to start streaming is around 7:30 PM AEST, which is just under 2 hours ago. So if you want to come back and watch me stream some more, I'll be back on tomorrow night at about the same time. Yes, between 7 and 8 o'clock is my usual start time. So if you want to follow me and get the notifications, you can do that, or you can just tune in around that time of day and wherever it is for you, whatever time of day it is for you, and watch. Yeah, I'll keep on pushing on this. I'm confident that I'll get through it and I'll get a decent ending, but I don't know yet. It's the first time playing through it, but I'm sure we can get there. Alright. Go sleep, and then... I don't know if sleeping actually affects the game, but I assume it must.
Portrait of the sleep
I
deprived.
think it has at least once. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me on the stream, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow maybe. Have a great day. See ya.